Howdy YouTube, this is Buxton the Red here, and I'm doing a quick talk through of all my mobile DJ kit while I'm set up having an engineering time in the garage. Now, first things first, music credit. This is a Creative Commons track. Track is by artist on this track is Alex. The track title is Put the Needle Down featuring Admiral Bob, and I got it off CC Mixter. Link will be in the description. But thank you very much to Alex for making stuff under Creative Commons, because it's really nice to be able to play music where I won't get in copyright trouble when I'm doing YouTube vids. This is the audience side of my DJ stand. Set up in the garage for an awful lot of testing purposes. My centerpiece light is a, the manufacturer calls it a future beam, and that's not the right settings. And it's a small Derby effect. It's by Gear for DJs, which are a company local to me. I think it's a fairly generic Derby type fixture. All of my lights are DMX. I'll step back and give you a bit of an overview. This is from the side. I have two wash panels which are 40-degree washes with diffusion gels on the front. Two Eurolight moving heads, one on each side. Future beam in the middle, other side, moving head and wash. Up top I have a non-DMX'd LED UV bar, which will either be on or off. It's not DMX'd, I don't feel the need to be able to flash my UV, but it's beautifully effective. And that one, I don't recall who the manufacturer is on that. It's a fairly generic half meter, I think, LED UV bar fixture. Turn that off again. And this is on a 2-foot Ultimax EcoMax DJ stand, so it's slot together metalwork. It does mean my lights have to be at my DJ position. I don't have a separate lighting bar to move anywhere else, but I've decided that's how I'm going. Up top, all of my cables are, I think, fairly nicely under control. All the DMX cables are gaffer taped, and that's with proper gaffer's tape, not duct tape. If you're not sure what the difference is, ask in the comments, but duct tape leaves horrible sticky mess. Gaffer's tape is what we use professionally. So all the DMX cables are taped on. All the power cables are velcroed on because they need to come off for electrical safety testing. I'm now on these nice chunky quick release clamps, so the lights come off, get unplugged and come down, but the clamps stay in place and all the cables stay in place as while I'm moving. I have an IEC distribution box up here, so everything's capable with IEC kettle lead extension type leads. And then I've formed a snake just with cable management coil plastic, which runs the DMX up and power up cables that run from the desk. On the PC side, I use a Native Instruments Control S2 Mark I and Tractor. Other stuff on the desk, I have a Mackie mixer, just a little one, which allows me to have a microphone plugged in so that I can talk on the microphone. And that's talking on the microphone. And that sound's coming out those speakers over there, because that is where my speakers are. I run two Alto 10-inch tops and an Alto 12-inch sub, and my music has run out. Time for another song. Next one will be more Creative Commons things. Let's take another one by Alex. This is next one will be Spinnin. And the Mackie mixer feeds the audio out. Both left and right channels go into the sub. Can't really see much in this level of light over there. The lights currently sitting on the floor with bits of paper over them are actually my speaker scrim washes. They sit underneath my speaker stands. I have white fabric scrims on the front of the stands, and these lights will wash those. I have them pointed at bits of paper just to stand in for the effect. On the floor, to give me a bit of a floor wash effect, and I must thank Brian S. Red for the idea on that one. This was previously my centerpiece, but it's not quite interesting and exciting enough to be my centerpiece, so it's now my floor light. That will actually be facing the other way out toward the audience. And the front curtain kits that I have, I'll just hoik the curtain up a little bit so that this sticks out from under the front. There's a rail that the curtain comes on. I haven't got the curtain installed just because I don't have an audience here that I'm hiding wiring from. I also have an older Android tablet of mine on a bracket on the stand. This is my backup audio and can also give me control over my lighting and possibly control over Tractor effects if I can get that utility working. But this is primarily my backup audio. In the event of a laptop crash, I can just bring that channel up. I've got collections of music on here, not all the music, but enough to tide me over while I sort the laptop. Other PC software is I control my lighting through Sweetlight, which is also sold as ShowXpress, and all of my light scenes are triggered by this unit here, which is a MIDI Fighter Spectra. Unfortunately, they don't make the MF Spectra anymore. But I have 2 pages of scene buttons set up, so everything from if you turn all the scenes off, all the lights go off, to introduction, a number of set, make everything red, green, blue and white patterns, and then a number of macro patterns for an intro, and then it steps up a bit more, goes up a bit more, and up a bit more, a number of varieties of those. I'm not going to try to get into all of my scene patterns now, but I have sort of a slower, softer set, and I have what I call the bananas sets, where we get a little bit of strobing just on the moving heads, but to offset that, other lights remain on all the time, so I never full strobe all of my lights because I find that a bit much. And then there's a few special patterns in there. I came up with a very red-blue one that I like. There's quite an energetic one with a lot of movement, black and white blinking side to side on the room washes and the speaker scrims. And then a mode that I refer to as fully bananas, just for the most energetic of energetic tracks in their most energetic point. I want to have a mode that I won't use every time, but I want to have the crazy mode there. I can black the room out temporarily. I can, irrespective of whatever else, I can just jump to black and jump to white temporarily as I feel I want to for artistic purposes. I can set the room to hold just white and steady, and I have just changed my blackout mode so now it's blackout but actually has the moving heads doing something, so I have a moving heads only mode because I decided I wanted that. And we've run out of music again. Oh my goodness, I'm talking for a long time. Okay, let's grab another one. Let's take J.Lang, Drops of H2O, the filtered water treatment featuring Airtone. And again, I'll stick links for all of these in the description to this video. So that's the top bar and the lights and how I control them all. They're all just DMX'd in. I have an ADJ DMX splitter down on the floor to do my DMX distribution. I'm on entirely wired DMX, so my signal comes in there, and it's got a load of output ports around that side. And so that leads one to the jellyfish, one to each of the speaker scrims, one to the top bar feed, and then across the top bar the cabling is daisy chained across, leading to, oh, I don't have a DMX terminator plugged into that light. In full use, I'll plug DMX terminators in where I need them. I'm doing short runs, it's not going to be super important, but I feel like obeying the spec very vigorously for safety's sake. Underneath is where some engineering sneakery happens. Primarily, I'm going to need a torch under here. Here we go. You are now looking up at the underside of the top of the desk, and there's a lot of stuff velcroed on here. The long red thing is a power strip. Then the power supplies for the Mackie mixer, the laptop, a USB hub that's hiding under here, and the Control S2 are all under here. I have that USB hub which links up to the laptop. The laptop power supply brick is over here, and all of the slack cable here is velcroed, and there's velcro patches all under the bottom of here to hold all the loops of slack. And my intention is that this kit will not be dismantled all that much. It will travel attached to this desk part, so I'll unplug the stuff that goes to outside, but then this whole board can just move in one piece. And at the point the power and USB link go out to the laptop. That's snaked as well. That's this cable here. It's just wrapped in, again, plastic cable management coil and just gaff tapes at the ends, and that runs up and round. I have my music hard drive, which is a USB 3 disc velcroed onto the bottom of my laptop stand to go straight into my laptop's USB 3 ports, and then power and USB 2 going over there. And then on the underside of the bottom desk we have another power strip. That's this thing here, which has a total of 6 sockets on it. That feeds the power up to the top bar, that feeds the power up to the red power strip up above, and that's pretty much it. There's a few velcro patches just for running power and DMX cables along, just to pick stuff up off the floor a bit, because I think it looks a bit rubbish to leave cable all over the floor for me to trip over. On the sides I have vinyl banner panels, which are actually ordered up as full-size banners from, don't recall which banner printing company I use now, but just pick a local supplier. Don't use Vistaprint for banners is my suggestion. The print results don't look as good as I'd like, and they're not really all that cost effective. But these were big banners that I designed and then I trimmed down, and these are velcroed on. And every place where I'm using Velcro on this rig, I've backed it up with glue to help stop the Velcro falling off, so that I know I can just grab this and peel it off, and I don't have to worry the Velcro is going to peel off the metal or peel off the banner, because I absolutely hate when it happens. And so I've been using EvoStick Serious Glue to attach that together. I did try using super glue, the results aren't so good. I much prefer the Serious Glue setup, and I'm actually using Novo Pro branded, can't really see there, okay, there it is, for the laptop and tablet stands, and I had to do a bit of a bodge to make them fit, because all these things are based around, all the clamps and accessories I found are based around having a nice round tube, and this stand is all square tube based, so it was necessary to do some very clever bodging, which involved 2-part epoxy putty to make wedges, which are now painted black, but there's a wedge in there so I can clamp one at a 45-degree angle onto there and make it fit, and there's a similar wedge over there for that bracket. But these brackets have been up here for a couple of weeks now while I've been getting my act together, and they've been working perfectly. And that is, I think, everything I have to say. I think I've run through 3 songs now and been rambling for a good long time, but that is all the kit. And if any other mobile DJs want to steal ideas, then please feel free. I'm going to press the button for I'm making a big announcement to my crowd, and I'm going to say thank you very much for watching if you stuck through this far. Thank you to all the other mobile DJs and DJs who put tips on YouTube. Ellaskins, love you. Brian S. Red, love you. Very helpful, both of you. You've brought me a long, long way. And if you've watched all through this lot and you think you'd like this kit to turn up and do an event for you, then come find me. You had a damn good look at the branding when it was on the side. If you're that desperate for this to turn up, I'm based in Brighton, England, and I'll be more than happy to come out to your party if you're nearby, or otherwise. But yeah, I've run out of music now, and I really should shut up. I know, I'll press this button here that plunges me into darkness. Bye!